graduates in here? Seriously? You guys? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this young lady is a singer-songwriter. She grew up loving musical theater. She grew up loving music. She is all about community. She is all about collaboration. Back in 2019, she went out on her own. She went solo. And life has not been the same for her ever since. She has toured nationally. She has sung internationally. This woman has broken hearts in the west of Ireland. And that is hard to do, I can tell you. Because those are heartless fuckers over there. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you again, for 6 minutes and 40 seconds, do not engage in conversation. Hold that thought. The joke you're about to say, the line you're about to drop, the pickup moment, hold it. Wait for it. It'll be better if you wait, because right now, to the stage, it's Shayla Nelson, storytelling through music.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you. Okay. So music connects everyone together. So for me, it's my therapy. And all I hope is that through my theater background and me telling you about my story and the raw emotion, I can help create a safe and comfortable space for those that need it the most. I could sing before I could talk. You know, that's what my parents always told me. You know, like Sophie from Mamma Mia. I sing before I can talk. Yeah. I come from a very musical family, so my mom liked to sing around the house as much as she doesn't want to admit it. And my dad has been playing guitar for multiple decades. He actually tried teaching me at a very young age, but we'll get to that. My mom was in the military for 30 years. Go Air Force! This is beautiful woman right over here. And in 2012, we moved here to St. Augustine because she was working here at the time. And then I started doing theater shortly after I moved here. And on the left is me as Miss Hannigan and Annie in 5th grade at Crookshank Elementary. Former Shanker over here. And then I also was Nala in The Lion King at the amphitheater. And then I joined Camp Rock. So my mom told me, hey, there's this music camp going on, so you should join. And I was like, okay. Little did I know just how challenging it was gonna be. It was something very special, something I've never experienced before. It was completely out of my comfort zone, but you know, you learn. I got exposure to local news networks. I got more recognition and validation from others that I had a talent, and this ignited me to pursue it. And then I picked up guitar. So from there, I got an internship at Eclipse Recording Studios. I helped set up sound, I recorded demos of original songs, and I played with my good friends at SMG. And from there, I started getting booked for solo gigs. My first gig was at Flavor's Eatery. Y'all remember that place? This picture on the left is of me with legendary Elizabeth Roth. And from there, I started playing pretty regularly. And I was finally finding myself within music. I was happy, I was playing multiple gigs a week, and I was doing what I love in front of people who, through my voice, I was able to touch lives. And I could recount so many stories of that, and it's just amazing. And then COVID hit. Yeah. I tried doing virtual gigs, but it wasn't the same. And my world of St. Augustine and all that it had provided me was community, camaraderie, and then that all went silent. So during COVID, I started at Flagler College. I wasn't originally in the music and theater department, but I later joined my sophomore year. And despite everything that was going on, I kept going and I stayed persistent. This is actually me with my co-star in my first play ever, actually. But it was such an enjoyable experience, and from that, I learned a little bit more about storytelling. I got involved in the cabaret and a cappella ensemble at school, which, by the way, is a very fragile art form, and the main component is storytelling through lyrics. And I did that for multiple years, and that strengthened the musicality and the storytelling together. So, music has taken me to amazing places. I mean, I was gonna go to Russia, and then the war happened, so I went to the Balkans instead. And I also went to Ireland. They were both history-based trips, and I loved going to Ireland and just sitting in local pubs and listening to live music. Yeah, right? So when I came back after traveling, I got even more involved in the theater at school. And this was my big role of the evil stepmother in Cinderella. She kind of had a very interesting inflection because we set it in the 1920s. And yeah, that was my favorite role to date. This last summer, I spent in Italy. I actually performed at the Vatican. Yeah. This past Christmas, I performed at St. Patrick's Cathedral. So I can't explain how much music has taken me to so many incredible places. This past summer, I returned to Camp Rock as a counselor. So I got to see how the other half lives, the kids, wow. And see how I could inspire the next generation as much as my mentors did for me. Also, John Cordero, shout out to him. Wonderful man. Yeah. Now, this past summer when I was out of school, I was gigging more. I started doing open mic nights and really just doing anything to put myself back out there again. Now, I just did a concert in the Plaza this past month. It was my first solo concert that I ever performed, and I was getting so much outreach from my friends and just people who have supported me all these years, and it was such a monumental thing that happened in my music career. So I'm just so eternally grateful. Now, I play at trade winds quite often. Y'all like trade winds? Started playing for happy hour, which is a great time to go, by the way. This past weekend was insane with the holiday and everything. It was wonderful. I'm just so happy. But before I start playing some of my music for you, I want to thank the people who have inspired me the most. My parents, especially my dad, who went from roadie to guitar technician. And they inspire me to be a better musician and a better person every day. And it all started with him trying to teach me how to play guitar.